Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Show sponsored by ExpressVPN. Stop putting your online data at risk. Get protected at expressvpn.com/unleashed. Welcome. Hope you had a great Easter Sunday. On this Monday, we're celebrating a brand new week and a brand new era, really, with Pat Gray Bingo.
Pat Gray Bingo.
The return of Pat Gray Bingo.
Yay.
On the sheet today, and you'll find this where? Pinned to the top of the Twitter page?
Yeah, at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Yes, sir.
We got Noodle It Out. Of course, these do not count, obviously.
These don't count. That's right.
Come on, man. And that's a Biden thing. So Biden would have to say that.
Oh, Biden's going to have to say that one?
Yes.
Oh, no. Now we're getting into a gray area. Okay.
But stupid. Traffic and weather. Because they're always together.
They're always together. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
Every 8 minutes on the force. Agonizing. Rounds out the top of the top row. Puddin' hits you right where you live. You know, the thing.
Is that going to be another Biden
It's
one?
a Biden thing, but we've been using it too. So
okay.
Since the time of Xerxes.
Oh, you haven't mixed that one in a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Cluster event. I just can't. Shut down the country. And perhaps that sound would happen. Point of personal privilege.
Quick point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes. Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
And again,
Point of personal privilege.
It's just an
these don't
example.
count.
Right.
Just an example.
Oh, I see the typo.
Yeah, killed him dead. Not killed in dead. It should be killed him dead.
Well, now I think we should actually say the phrase killed in dead just to make sure it fits perfectly there.
Then we've got shut up. Flippant and angry. I think that's the Alex Jones thing because sometimes I just get flippant and angry. I think, remember? Right?
Yes,
that's
right.
That's when we play that crying one.
Yeah.
So listen for that. Explaining things to Judy.
Oh, and we have to point something out that
to
should
Judy.
be obvious.
2020. We're talking about the year, I guess, and how bad it is.
Terrible year.
Poked with pickle forks. No sports to watch. Giblets. What are the odds? Clinton kill list. That's interesting, Ivan. And the Soviet national anthem. That's a good list. That's a good list.
Now this doesn't count, right? There's no sports to watch, but I just want to mention, did you happen to see the horse event last night with the NBA players?
No. Did they do that already?
Yeah. Well, it was just round one. I think the rest of it's next weekend. But
they're in different places, right?
Yeah, I won't be watching. I saw Trae Young lose. Oh, did I ruin it for you? Sorry. But it's just difficult, you know, because of the delay and the people at his driveway and then his backyard, and it's just, I don't know.
They're not even on a court.
They're not together.
An actual court.
No, they're actually saying.
So they're like at their home shooting baskets.
Yeah.
And just generally trying to find the spot.
Okay, Chauncey, I'm going to do a left-handed free throw on 1 foot. It's just
stupid. Yeah. So Trae Young lost?
He lost.
That's stupid.
I mean, he pulled a Falcons, man. True Atlanta style. He was out the big lead and then.
And lost?
Yeah. But you did get to see him play basketball with his dog, which was. That was actually pretty
exciting.
Cute. That was a cute, adorable moment.
Was the dog as good a basketball player as the dog volleyball player we saw?
No, she was not. She played some good defense, but, you know, sans opposable thumbs, you can't expect much beyond that.
Yeah. All right. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. So when you get a bingo, you can get them across, you can get them up or down, and or you could get them diagonally across the.
And then you're the first person to call 888-900-3393, 888-900-3393, and pick out something from the Pat Gray store.
Then you win a fabulous prize
at the Blaze Media Shop.
And we got all kinds of new T-shirts and stuff, right? With the slogans on
Rob,
them.
I know that you weren't expecting this. I don't know if you have those available, but there's a bevy of new T-shirts now in the Pat Gray store. And we'll get an image to Rob so that at some point this week you guys can see that, because there's a lot of fun stuff there. Or maybe you should just go and check it out yourself at shop.blazemedia.com /Pat. Oh, look, there it is. Look at this. It's Ivan. See, look at that. Rob is awesome. You got the Ivan T-shirt there. The We Are Not a Democracy. You're mostly vegetarian. Let's see. I don't know. We might have to. They have to update that mostly vegetarian one. Let's see. Oh, I'm leaving my job to sell facial cream. So a lot of good stuff up there. Yeah.
All right, good. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. We're 33 days into this thing now, into the shutdown. I mean, even formerly irritating things to me, I really miss. I mean, traffic jams. I would give anything for a traffic jam on the way home.
Right?
I'm not going to, well, I will complain about them, I'm sure, after a while. But at first, I'm not going to complain about traffic jams that I get stuck in. So I miss that. Rude waiters and waitresses. I'd give anything to have one of those. Just because it'd be an open restaurant that I could go in and sit down at. Which would be kind of cool. Crappy soccer matches on ESPN. I'd watch one. I would watch Manchester United versus Real Barcelona or whatever. I think I'd watch a match right now.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing.
Maybe not the whole thing, but I'd watch part of it.
Okay, all right. Baby steps.
I might not be that desperate.
Baby steps.
I miss the discussions of the genders as we've talked about. The existence of dozens and dozens of genders. I'd love to have that back. And the personal pronoun announcements.
Quick point of privilege. Quick point of personal privilege.
Yes. Yeah. Point of personal privilege. The personal pronouns. Trying to get out of a crowded parking lot after a concert or a sporting event. I guess that kind of ties in with the traffic, but I'd adore doing that. Oh, man. What are some of the things that you miss? You can share with us today. 888-900-3393.
Like you're saying, the annoying things
it
miss?
could be annoying. It doesn't have to be. What do you miss most about regular life? All the things that we complained about, I guess, are especially fun to talk about because we'd love to have them back. I mean, all the discussions we thought were so irritating 6 months ago, 2 months ago, I'd love to be talking about them.
Yeah, they're still irritating. They're just less irritating now.
So much less.
Is the thing there.
And in comparison to society completely collapsing, they're way better.
Hey, good news. Friday night, Governor Greg Abbott of the state of Texas tweeted out that this week,
we're going to get back to normal.
Yeah, this week he's going to issue guidelines on how to reopen your businesses in the state of Texas.
Right. And I think we're going to do it somewhat slowly, but at least somebody's talking about doing it.
Yeah.
You know, at least we've got the hope that and the knowledge that there are officials who are really working on getting us back to business as usual.
Yeah, meanwhile, in the state of Utah, you better lay out your travel plans for the governor, because if you visit that state, he's going to want to know everywhere you're going and everything you're doing while you're in the state of Utah. So some states there's hope, and some states still very draconian, as we will talk about later with what's happening in, let's see, Michigan is one.
Oh, yeah. Michigan's
Kentucky,
bad.
even parts of Mississippi, Virginia. There are some places, some dark places that they got a ways to go to get back to normal.
Yeah. He said, next week I'll be providing, this is Governor Abbott speaking, next week I'll be providing an executive order talking about what will be done in Texas about reopening Texas businesses. We will focus on protecting lives while restoring livelihoods. We can and we must do this. Thank you. That's exactly right. With Texans helping Texans, with Americans helping Americans, we can conquer this coronavirus. It's so true that we can and we must do this. On the way home on Friday, I was listening to, I don't know, some Dallas music station, two DJs talking about the coronavirus. and how asinine it is. People saying things like, we can't let the cure be worse than the disease.
That's crazy talk.
That's crazy talk. That's so nutty. Yeah. Because there's nothing worse than dying, right? You can't get worse than that. Well, first of all, there's 1%, 1 to 2% chance that you're going to die from this. Dying from this is fairly rare. And it usually takes underlying health problems and old age, a combination, before you die from this. But you think nobody's going to die in the economic disaster that comes from this if we don't stop this madness sometime soon? There will be a lot of death. People are going to starve to death. There are going to be the destruction of the economy is going to be unlike anything you've ever seen, unlike anything America's ever been through, including the Depression. I mean, there's going to be starvation. There is going to be massive poverty.
Yeah, we have images of some of these long lines of traffic just trying to get to food.
Show that line in San Diego where they're outside. I think they're outside of a food line. Yeah. And already, we're 3 weeks into this, and already we've got lines like this. People looking for food.
And that's just
United States of America,
example.
San Diego, California, right there. That's just one example. There are many.
Yeah, we've seen them in San Antonio, Florida, all over the country.
Lines that go on for over a mile.
People are hurting, man.
Yeah, really badly.
And so
really
to
badly.
say something like this DJ guy you're talking about, thinking it's asinine for us to not want that. Yes. I mean, congratulations to Bill Maher. I mean, you got what you wanted. Yeah. People suffering.
Yeah. And he thought it would be worth it to get Trump out. Well, good luck with that. I mean, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable the thoughtlessness, I guess, of a lot of people and we still need to take this seriously. Obviously, we don't want everybody to get this. So you have to be somewhat careful when we do go back to business. I don't care if we have to wear a hazmat suit to get back to work. Let's do it. If that's what it takes, let's do it.
Play it smart. Show our officials in government that we are capable of governing ourselves.
Right.
And I think twofold on this Texas thing, if we do start back up soon, relatively speaking, I think this is good for Texas because obviously there's a market that's starving out there. And also, I hope it empowers other governors to do the same.
Yeah,
to get their states up and go, oh, wait, now I can do it. I'm not the first.
Right.
So let's hope that this progresses this week with Abbott.
And what a surprise that Governor Abbott would be the one that would lead the way. That's so great. And he's working with the administration, the Trump administration on it, too. So it's not just like we're being some maverick rogue state that is just going to get back to work without any care for what anybody else is doing or how we should be doing it. He's actually working with the experts that the White House is working with on the task force to get us back to work safely. That's all I ask. Let's do that. And it's really comforting to know that we have a governor like that who is mindful of getting us back to work. Let's go to Chris in Florida. Hey, Chris, you're on the Blaze.
Hey. I just wanted to say that I miss being able to just walk into the store without having to stand in line for 20 minutes, while they get it figured out of how many people are in the store. And I wanted to correct something from Friday. Good Friday wasn't actually Friday. It didn't actually happen on Friday.
What do you mean?
He was supposed to be in the ground for 3 days and 3 nights.
No, not 3 nights. Not 3 nights. It was just 3 days. It was on the third day. So, like Friday he was crucified. That's day 1. Day 2, Saturday, and then Sunday he rose.
I don't think that's correct. But
really? You're going to change well, I mean, it's in the Bible.
I'm fairly positive that it was 3 days and 3 nights. He was supposed to be in the belly of the beast for 3 days and 3 nights.
Right. Okay. So you think that Good Friday was actually on Thursday? So it should be Good Thursday.
Right.
Huh. Okay. All right. Well, thanks, Chris. I mean, no, but that's
all right. So here's a curveball. Here's a curveball. What day was Maundy Thursday?
Was what?
What day was Maundy Thursday?
Was Maundy Thursday?
Yeah. Sorry,
I don't understand the reference there.
Yeah. This is Theological Hour here on the Pat Gray Unleashed program. But hope everyone had a happy Easter. And here's another curveball. It's today. It's Easter Monday, right? Is that Greek Orthodox? Is that right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's Easter Monday.
Is there an Easter Monday?
There is an Easter Monday.
So we're going now Thursday to Monday.
Well, I mean, you've got Wednesday, and then you got the Palm Sunday. You got all sorts of stuff going on there. Isn't there a Easter Monday, y'all? That's a Greek Orthodox thing, right? Let me just check here. Easter Monday. I don't know.
But as far as my calendar goes with the Savior's atonement, it was crucifixion on Friday.
Yeah.
Right? And so that's when they put him in the tomb. And that's night 1. Saturday is day 2. And then on the third day, which is Sunday, he rose.
I just know today candy is 50% off. So that's helpful.
So you can stock up for next Easter?
Yeah, when you go to the store he's talking about, our caller, and you stand there and you see the City of Fort Worth police officer standing at the door to make sure that everybody's complying with the occupancy rates. Once you get in past the police officer, that's where the candy is 50% off today.
Okay.
Important. Happy Easter. Well, it is. It's a very important day.
It is.
And don't downplay it. It's very important.
I'm not.
In fact, Sarah Sullivan, who just entered the building, I guarantee you tomorrow will bless us with a table full of 50% off candy. And if she doesn't and makes a liar out of me, I will be greatly disappointed.
Okay. Also be the first time in 11 years or so that she hasn't done that.
Yeah, and Pat acts like he's not interested right now.
I'm
but
not.
Thing is, he's not, right. Thing is, tomorrow, this is going to be Pat in the other room with the candy that Sarah brings. He's going to be like, oh, you shouldn't have brought all this candy. And there you go. And he'll walk out with a shirt full of 50% off candy.
Okay. Well, there's Keith's prediction. We'll see if that comes true. With all the talk about coronavirus, people have stopped talking about the flu, which has killed 16,000, hospitalized over 250,000 in the U.S. Season's not even over. It's more like 18 or 20,000 now, actually. One of the best ways to avoid getting sick is a healthy immune system, and that's why you should fortify your body like I do with Field of Greens by Brickhouse Nutrition. One scoop has a full serving of real USDA certified organic fruits and vegetables. It boosts your energy, and it also supports a healthy immune system. Doctors agree that a diet of fruits and vegetables can reduce your risk of heart disease. Plus, Field of Greens is prebiotic, probiotic, and a great source of vitamins, fiber, and nutrients. So just put 1 scoop into a glass of water, stir it up, drink it. You can put it into a smoothie if you want. If you put it into the water and just stir it up, it just tastes like Kool-Aid. Right now, save 15% off your first order with the offer code PAT at brickhousepat.com. That's brickhousepat.com to get 15% off your first order. Subscribe there while you're there, and you'll save an extra 10% every single month. So this virus season, turn your immune system into a brick house with Field of Greens at brickhousepat.com.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
I'd like to maybe to hear some other Christians' thoughts as to whether or not Good Friday happened on Thursday. And was it 3 days and 3 nights, or was it just he rose on the third day?
Third Day, a great Christian rock band, by the way. Yeah, just that came to mind when you said Third Day. How they're doing these days,
I don't know. I have no idea. But thank you for asking. Let's go to Christina in California. Hey, Christina, you're on the Blaze.
Hi. Well,
Hi.
I miss what Thomas Jefferson called dangerous freedom because this peaceful slavery sucks.
Yeah, it does. It does. You're kind of ready for this to be over as well?
Yes, we have in Fresno County. We have over 982,000 people, and we have 3 deaths, 191 cases, and for that, they're killing the economy.
Yeah, I know. That's happening all over the country right now. Appreciate it, Christina. And the tough thing is, Gavin Newsom, I don't think he's going to be quick to get people back to work. I think he's going to be just the opposite. And so you might have a little weight on your hands. Fortunately, we have a governor here in Texas who understands freedom and understands the economy and is going to try to get us back to work as soon as possible. I mean, we've got governors and mayors all over the country that are clamping down harder rather than offering more freedom. In Mississippi, a church is suing the city of Greenville after police shut down its drive-in service this week. Attorneys with the Alliance Defending Freedom filed the lawsuit Friday on behalf of the Temple Baptist Church. Filing challenges Greenville Mayor Eric Simmons' April 7th executive order that prohibits drive-in church services until a statewide shelter-in-place order is lifted. The suit comes after 8 uniformed Greenville police officers reportedly issued $500 tickets to congregants who refused to leave a church parking lot where a drive-in service was being conducted. They didn't even get out of their cars. They didn't so much as get out of their cars.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They had their windows rolled up. They're listening to the service on the radio, and they get $500 tickets from the police.
And it's the same principle in L.A. You can't sit and park and look at the sunset either. I mean, this is madness.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that was one church. I don't know what it is about the city of Greenville that's so intense right now. You've got that story, and then we've got the video of another church where they blocked the entrance.
Yeah, look at this. We've got the video of this.
Greenville, Mississippi, pastor rolls up.
No, the government, our right don't come from authority. It comes from the Bible. So the authority does not have the right over the Constitution. We're talking about the Constitutional law, the First, Second Amendment, the U.S. Constitution that was given to us by our forefather. Tate Reed can't take it away. Mayor Eric Simmons can't take it away, nor the police officer. It can't. Not a military, that's a military law. No, it can't. Hey, look at this, y'all. I'm a good citizen here. I don't sell drugs. Look at the police. I'm as a pastor. I got police officers here, y'all. Like I'm committing, like I'm robbing or I can kill somebody. This what you? They don't have this when a murder's in Greenville, y'all.
I like that guy.
Yeah,
I like that guy.
That's a pastor. You might be a good time to invest in one of these and keep it in your vehicle. Pocket Constitution.
Seriously. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to move any police.
No, it's not. It's not. But at least
move you out of the way.
Makes for a good visual, right?
Yeah. Stay safe when you're dealing with the police. Comply with their orders. But yeah, it's difficult sometimes because there's a lot of weird things happening. The church members ticketed $500 for being in the parking lot. We had the cops that were taking license plate numbers of people who showed up for Easter services in Kentucky. Also, somebody took nails and dumped them into all the entrance areas of that church.
What?
Yeah, I don't know who did it. I don't know if it was just some resident of the area that knew that church service was going to happen, and so they took it upon themselves to dump nails so they could flatten the tires of the people who were driving into the church parking lot.
That's really
Is that
nice.
ugly?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's really ugly. And these people were trying to go to Easter service. There were about 50 of them. And, of course, that exceeds the limit of the 10 that we can gather together with. But, it's church. And these people were making a decision for themselves about, I'm going to go to Easter service. So they got their license plates taken while they were in the parking lot. Even if there's an order like this, it doesn't seem to be constitutional. And there has been a judge who has ruled in favor of the United States Constitution, which is pretty amazing. In Louisville, Mayor Greg Fisher, a Democrat, issued a legal directive last Thursday prohibiting churches from gathering for Easter services. We're saying no church worshiping, he said. Well, in an emergency ruling, District Judge Justin Walker rebuked the mayor for his mandate and granted a local Louisville church, On Fire Christian Center, temporary restraining order against the mayor's directive, allowing the church and presumably others in Louisville to move forward with their modified Easter gatherings. So there was actually a judge in Ohio or Kentucky, who ruled this unconstitutional. How about that?
Yeah.
So there are some good things that are happening and some good rulings and still some people who pay attention to the United States Constitution.
Yeah, but this was happening all over. I mean,
it is.
You know, in Michigan, and we got people rolling through a parking lot. Look at that. There's cops waiting for, you think you're going to come here and worship today? I don't think so. This is Muskegon, Michigan, where the cops are just geared up it's like a SWAT team. Like we're about to go and bust down a meth lab or something. It's a church parking lot. So anyway, that's just a little sampling of what was happening across America this weekend. I mean, just look at some of these military-style vehicles.
It's unbelievable, man.
That they employed here. Hold on, it's going to keep rolling here. Just look at these guys. Some heavy-duty equipment here, and
well, you're running into church worshipers. You want to be really prepared. You know, you want to be fully loaded and ready for quite a battle. It's amazing. That's just amazing. This judge actually said the mayor's decision is stunning and it is beyond all reason unconstitutional. How about that? I love that. But like you said, it's going on anyway all over the country, and there's not a lot of judges who are making that ruling and allowing people to go to these modified church meetings. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Let's go to Gretchen in Kentucky. Gretchen, hi, you're on the Blaze.
Hi.
Hey.
I work in a bank, and one of the things I miss are the business customers that come through and do their deposits.
Yeah.
When this started in Kentucky was one of the first ones to shut everything down.
Yeah, and they seem like they're really cracking down in Kentucky, too.
It's horrible. I can't even sleep anymore. And it's this constant barrage. He comes out every day at 4 o'clock and gives an update 7 days a week. And so a month ago when he cracked down, these business customers would come through, and the looks on their faces, it was heartbreaking.
I'll bet.
Because they didn't know when they brought me these deposits when they were going to bring me their next one. And now with these SBA loans, the SBA loans has been a total nightmare. Nobody knows what they're supposed to be doing. The government said, go to your local institution and apply, but we had no instructions. So we just had to say, I'm sorry, I'll call you when we know something. And even with these loans, they're coming in and saying, I don't know if I'm going to be here still. Even with this, whenever I get it, I don't know if my business is going to survive.
That's heartbreaking and frightening.
And that's Governor Bashir, right?
It is.
Okay,
it is.
yeah.
I cannot stand.
Congratulations, Kentucky. It's paying off. You getting rid of Bevan.
I'm hoping he wasn't any better. I'm hoping that Massey and Rand Paul are going to maybe do something so that it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, they spoke out last week big time. We've got some amazing quotes from them,
Thanks, Gretchen. Appreciate it. That is heartbreaking because how could these business owners know if they're going to be in business when you don't know how long this is going to go on? You have no idea how long you're going to be completely out of business and shut down. How many restaurants are going to be able to reopen once they're allowed to reopen? Are they already going to be bankrupt? A lot of them are. I mean, most businesses can't go for 4 weeks without any customers and without any income. You just can't. I mean, we'll tell you about Disney. Disney, the largest media corporation on earth, is struggling through this and laying off employees. And you expect small business restaurant owners to be able to handle this? No way. 888-900-3393. More Pat Gray Unleashed coming up. 888-900-3393. And Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Got onto a Good Friday was really Thursday thing for some reason this morning. And I think the root of that is Matthew 12:40, when the Savior said, "For as Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth." Huh. So that would lend credence to it. But...
well, maybe that's why there's an Easter Monday, too.
Maybe, yes. Maybe.
I don't know. And I was right. It is Greek Orthodox, but...
it is?
I wonder if that's makes it Friday to Monday.
Let's cool. Okay, yeah, they must go Friday to Monday. Others think Thursday to Sunday.
I may be wrong on that. I'm guessing here.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know that there's anything to that. So I don't know, but
I don't know either. I thought he just rose on the third day, because crucified on Friday, that's one.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday's 2, and the third day is Sunday.
And then the fourth day is that 50% off candy sale that I've been trying to tell you all about. But whatever.
Yeah, right.
I've been trying to keep it on the serious stuff, and you want to talk about the resurrection of the Lord Jesus Christ.
Right.
Okay, well.
When you're trying to talk about candy and sales on candy.
It is Monday morning, and I think that's a good angle to take, but that's just me.
Speaking of Easter, had some interesting things going on this Easter Sunday because of the crackdown. Jason Osborne took a little picture of this license plate from somebody.
Yeah.
It's Easter, you tyrant. Ready for my trip to Kentucky tomorrow.
Yeah, look at that. It's Easter, you tyrant. Because that's what they were doing in Kentucky. They were taking down the license plate of whoever was at a church parking lot.
So he put that on his license plate. It's Easter, you tyrant. And that's, appropriate for what's going on, actually. Rand Paul and Thomas Massey have ripped Kentucky's governor for taking the license plates of Easter church attendees. And, well, they should. I mean, I can't believe we had a caller from Kentucky say that Matt Bevin wasn't any better. That's hard to believe. I can't believe Matt Bevin would have been doing this. No. If Matt Bevin was still in office, I love me some Matt Bevin, but he wasn't my governor, so I didn't follow his governorship that closely. But I sure liked him when he was running for senator. Anyway, Rand Paul and Thomas Massey would like authorities not to be cracking down on people going to church. Rand Paul tweeted out, taking license plates at church, quarantining someone for being Christian on Easter Sunday. Someone needs to take a step back here.
That was Rand Paul. Love it.
So good. So Governor Beshear said during a press conference that police will record license plate numbers of those who attend mass gatherings of any kind, including church services, and health officials will take that information to impose mandatory 14-day quarantines. In other words, you go to church, you're going to wind up in a 14-day quarantine. This is the only way we can ensure that your decision doesn't kill someone else, Beshear said. What the actual hell? Massey said on Twitter.
Thomas Massey.
What the actual hell?
So good. I love him. That's my life goal, is to have bourbon with Thomas Massey someday. It can be in Kentucky.
Yeah.
I don't care where it is, but I want to hang out with Thomas Massey.
The guy's fantastic.
I love him.
And that's why I was so disappointed when the president was hammering him. Because he is a guy of principles. And he is a true conservative, and I think he really means it.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't believe that he's just trying to get publicity. Who would want that kind of publicity when you're just getting hammered by both sides? Nobody would want that. 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Equus Limits 10 tweets, I just miss being America. Did we ever shut down like this with any other disease? Not to my knowledge, ever. Not to my knowledge. Now, I understand there were some shutdowns with the Spanish flu in 1918. But I don't think it was to this extent. And certainly the country was much different back then. And there were less things to shut down. The economy wouldn't have been quite so affected. Pelosi's missing IQ. I miss having to wait 30 minutes for a table at any restaurant. Yes. I miss getting a fountain drink at any restaurant where I could park my rear end in a chair. Indeed. Jeffy's 18 spoons. Could Greg Abbott move to New York for a little bit? I promise we'll give him back. And we can't trust you for that because you love him so much.
We do not loan out Greg Abbott.
No way.
Okay?
No, I'm sorry. We can't do that.
I mean, we'll loan you Sheila Jackson Lee.
Please take her. Yes.
In fact, you don't even have to return her.
No.
You can just keep her. Mm-hmm. And she would fit in perfectly up there. It'd be a great match, Sheila Jackson Lee in the state of New York.
Swankthink tweets, it's asinine to say we don't want the cure to be worse than the disease itself. Oh, right. You're Democrats. I forgot death and misery is only okay if it happens in a manner you see fit. That is so true. Jeez. Plus, when these music DJs who were saying these things on Friday.
The philosophers of our time.
The philosophers.
Okay.
Yes, exactly
Radio
right.
top 40 DJs.
Exactly. Wait until their jobs are imperiled. You start losing your advertisers, which is going to happen if this goes on for a long time.
Yep.
You start losing your advertisers because your advertisers can't afford to advertise anymore, and then you lose your jobs. And then you'll wonder, well, wait a minute. Why didn't we go back to work quicker? Why didn't we stop this madness sooner? Unbelievable. The Steve 42. Now, wait, can churches hold services if they also provide free abortions?
Now
you're on to something.
That's a bargaining chip for Democratic leadership right there. You could be onto something there.
There's some thinking going on right there.
Steve.
Yes, if you do a drive-through abortion, you can do drive-through church.
Okay.
I think we can agree on that.
Sure we can. There we go.
From Nick, how many of these officers are on parking lots that are on private property?
Yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, hold on. Dylan in the other room, he just put up a poll on Twitter that we retweeted at Pat Unleashed. It's a great question, and I want to see how you fall on this. Are you more likely to, if given the chance, watch at this point a pro soccer match or a pro gaming match? That's
pro gaming?
Yeah, like a professional gamers playing little video games.
Yeah, I'm soccer.
Going soccer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because at least it's real. It's a communist sport, but it's a real sport. It's an actual sport.
That's a lose-lose question, though, Dylan. You really...
that's hard.
That's tough. Okay, so go vote on that, and let's see. All
right.
Well, it's not would Pat watch. It's should Pat watch.
Should I? Yes.
Should you watch?
So it may be out of your hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. 888-900-3393. Let's go to Tyler in Missouri. Tyler, hi. You're on the Blaze.
Hey, good morning, fellas. How y'all doing?
Good.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I legitimately do care, not just make small talk.
Oh,
I was sensing some of that from you, Tyler. Thank you.
So I think what Chris was trying to say earlier is that on the Jewish calendar back in the Roman times, days started at sundown the night before. So he would have been crucified on the Thursday because he had to be buried and in the ground and prepared before the Sabbath started, which would have been at sundown.
Well, it's sundown on Friday, though. Sabbath, the Jewish Sabbath is sundown on Friday to sundown Saturday.
I'm just going off the way had it explained to me.
Okay.
Making sense of what Chris was saying.
Yeah, all right.
He would have had to been prepared and put in the ground. Then, Friday would have been the first day. Saturday still would have been the second day. The Sunday morning still would have been the third day when he rose.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks, Tyler.
I got that explanation just now from someone with a master's in divinity. So, there you go.
Well, yeah, but it was. I'm confused then because isn't the Jewish Sabbath Friday to Saturday? Yes, sundown. It is. At least now it's sundown Friday to sundown Saturday. That's the Sabbath.
Yeah, but
was it different back then? Was it Thursday to Friday?
Wasn't it 3:00 in the afternoon that he
when he died?
Yeah, so that would be day one.
Right, and then they'd have
two.
to. So that's Friday afternoon at 3, right? Mm-hmm. So it's Friday afternoon.
So that's
at
day
3.
one.
Then they take him down.
Then sundown.
And they go prepare
starts
his
day
body.
2.
And they got to get his body prepared by sundown. Right?
Yeah. So that's day 2, and then day 3 is sundown Saturday till what would have been sundown Sunday, right? I don't know, too much math here for a Monday morning on top of that?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Too much.
Come
It's
on.
too much.
Just a reminder, 50% off candy today at your local retailers if you can get in the door.
If it's open.
If it's open. I mean, you got to sweet talk the cop standing out front there and
taking down your license plate.
I will say that
cracking heads together.
Yeah, through this ordeal, I have learned which Home Depots in the metro Dallas-Fort Worth area have longer waiting lines than others. That's been helpful to.
What are they allowing 10 people in the building at the same time?
125.
Oh, okay.
And long waits in certain parts of town, and no waits in others.
125, and you got to wait.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are people buying?
And
right
the problem
now?
is, every time I go to Home Depot, just like Walmart, I always forget something, and I've got to go back. But see, in America 1.0 that existed before March 11th of 2020. You could just kind of, I know kids, follow me here. You could walk into a store, get what you wanted, and be on your way all in your time.
No way, Grandpa.
Yeah, right.
No way.
Guys,
Grandpa, you're lying to me.
There's some things you're going to have to just take my word for, kids.
How old were you before March 11th, though? Come on. Come on now. That's too long ago.
It was back in the day.
Back in the day.
In fact, you know what?
Did you walk uphill both ways to school, too?
While I've got you here, kids, we used to do these things. We used to watch sports. This thing was called sports.
And there's no sports to watch.
What they would call teams would meet on a field or a court or a rink. I have to explain all those individually later, but we would sit around and we would just watch these competitions on the television.
But that was clear back in 2020.
Way back in
March of 2020. That can't.
The day.
Come on now. That's silly to talk about ancient history like that.
But yeah, this waiting to get into stores, man.
It's
irritating.
All of it's irritating. I hate it all.
But Greg
I hate all
Abbott,
of it.
this week, hopefully we're letting a little pressure off.
Let's hope
and
so.
then we'll see what he says about guidelines of opening up your businesses again.
So I have an announcement from our friends at Patriot Mobile to help Americans stay in touch with loved ones during this really tough time. They've reduced their prices even further. Right now, let their U.S.-based team design your customized family plan for only $25, $35, $45, or $55. Patriot Mobile will never charge you hidden fees. And unlike Big Mobile, they won't send your hard-earned money to Planned Parenthood or to gun-grabbing Democrats. That's because Patriot Mobile only supports the conservative values that you believe in. And you can pick which organizations you want your money to go to. Switching is really easy, too. You can keep your phone number or you can get a new one. You can bring your old phone. You can buy a new one, whatever you want to do. Join their family of freedom-loving Americans today and get free activation plus a free gift right now when you call 972-PATRIOT. That's 972-PATRIOT or patriotmobile.com/Pat. Get your customized family plan for just $25, $35, $45, or $55, depending on your needs. patriotmobile.com/Pat.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
It is. Indeed. Yes. All right, 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Josh in Illinois, you're on the Blaze.
Dude, Pat, I freaking love you. Just disgustor out there.
Thank you.
I'm from Illinois where the oxygen's taxed. This weekend, so my dad said that, we can go to Walmart, we can go to Menards, we can go to like all these places now, but can't go to church. And he said, it's Easter Sunday. We're going to church. And so he got a hold of like our family. And there was maybe 4 or 5 other families that were there, but we just basically walked up. The door was unlocked because they do an online service, and we went in and surprised that there were other families there, and sat down and the pastor didn't say anything. I mean, he kind of like waved and everything, said, hey, hello, and we just went and sat down and went to church. Everybody sat far away from each other, and I think we did like elbow bumps to the pastor or whatever on the way out, but yeah, he said that it's Easter Sunday. He's like, I'm going to church, so we went to church.
That's great, and you did it responsibly. There was social distancing there, I'm sure, right? You're a long way away from everybody else.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Wow, I would have thought
thanks, Josh.
Illinois would have been the first one out of the gates to clamp down.
Yeah, going through the parking lots and taking down license plate numbers and all that. Chris in Kentucky, you're on the Blaze. Hi.
Calling from the People's Republic of Kentucky. I just wanted to address the Jesus died on Thursday thing. It is not outside the realm of possibility. There is, and I talked to my pastor about this once. He said it just shakes too many people to think it's any other way. But in Jewish tradition, there was a high holiday of Passover. And the high holiday of Passover, it went with the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and it included 2 meals, 2 days in a row. So the thinking would have been Jesus celebrated the Passover Seder on Wednesday with the Last Supper on Wednesday, and that he would have been crucified on Thursday, which would have meant he would have been the Passover lamb. He would have been actually crucified on Passover, and then would have been...
Which would make a lot of sense, actually.
Yeah, and he would have been in the tomb 3 days because he said it would have been, like Jonah. And then he comes out at the Feast of First Fruits, which Paul speaks about.
Right. Huh. I mean, I don't... But appreciate the call. Thanks, Chris. I don't have that big a problem with it. It's just that I've always believed, always been told, it was he rose on the third day, and, that it started on Good Friday, that the crucifixion was Good Friday. But I don't think that's a problem if it's Good Thursday instead. 888-900-3393. Kevin, you're on the Blaze. Hi.
Hey, good morning.
Hey.
How you guys doing?
Good.
So I can totally explain the 3 days and 3 nights thing. It's really simple.
Okay.
The story says that Jesus said he was in the heart of the earth for 3 days and 3 nights. And when you go to the original Greek, it wasn't talking about the grave. It was talking about that he was basically under the earthly authorities for 3 days and 3 nights. So he was arrested. He was arrested on Thursday night.
Okay.
He was crucified on Friday. He was in the grave on Saturday. He rose on Sunday. So you get your 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth.
I like that too. All right. Thanks a lot, Kevin. It's a good explanation. And actually, I'm fine with it either way. It's probably not that big a deal since, he was crucified and resurrected still.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
888-900-3393. And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Pig Roast Mick tweets, thanks so much for your bingo creativity. Truly one of the best parts of the show.
Thank Just to Muck and Fudge, who always comes up with our bingo boards. Thank you.
That's awesome. And I couldn't come up with this every week.
No. And by the way, there's a good time to, I don't think we mentioned it earlier, if you're playing along with bingo, and don't forget to hide your card from the camera. I mean, what are you doing?
Jeez.
That's a rookie mistake. It's Rusty. We're Rusty here. Anyhow, whatever we do during tweets, that does not apply to the bingo board.
Right.
So if we read some tweet about Joe Biden saying, come on, man.
Otherwise, it'd be way too easy. Yeah. Way too easy. Moist Talker tweets, this is the first time in my life that I've seen that people look at you funny when you go to the bank without a mask on.
Without a mask?
Yeah. Yep. Pretty soon that's going to be mandatory. If that's what it takes us to get back to work, though, I'm okay with it. Ooh. If you say, okay, we're going to open up businesses, but you must wear a mask. Okay. I can make that concession. I think we can take at least that form of protection to open up the economy again and turn the engine back on.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Now, let's noodle this out. No, that doesn't count. You're saying that if they say, got to wear a mask, then everybody can go back to work.
Yep.
You would comply.
Yes. Well, on the air.
Oh.
That'd be silly.
Okay, so not during the 2 hours, but yet you would put it right back on at 8 o'clock?
Yes. I'd wear a mask during the show if I had to, I suppose. It'd be better than being off the air.
I'm bringing a mask tomorrow, and we're doing the show with masks on.
No, you go ahead.
See, he won't play along because he's not being mandated by a tyrant to do so.
Now, if you have tyrant mandates it, I'll do it, I guess, if that's what it would take. But it obviously won't take that because we're already on and we're not wearing masks.
So tell that to Laredo.
Doesn't apply to essential personnel like us.
But are we essential around the clock at our jobs or just between 6 and 8 a.m. Central?
Just between 6 and 8. Yeah, that's it. Pastor Sam Burton, my understanding is that the Jews counted partial days, nights, years as the whole thing. This has been the main defense for Good Friday. I decided I'm done arguing with people because the important thing is that he arose. Yes. Right. The important two things He was crucified. You know, he died for our sins. He atoned for our sins. And then he rose on the third day. Whatever that third day is, I don't care if it was Tuesday to the next Monday, whatever. He did those things, and that is the important part. The pickled squirrel. I don't care when Jesus arose from the dead. I care he actually did it. Yes. Pretty much what we have been saying. And the Wuhan Health Organization tweets, I hate the ensure your decision doesn't hurt others argument. Our individual decisions could harm others every day, like driving a car. This tyranny thing has got to end. Yep. Angel DW. I miss standing in my grocery store aisles, struggling to decide between the myriad products on the shelves and exclaiming out, God bless America. I know.
Yeah.
I keep going to the store looking for toilet paper because eventually we're going to run out. I mean, we were pretty well stocked at the beginning of this thing, and now less so, I would say. And yet there's still zero on the shelves.
You know, our snack area here at the Blaze Studios is just kind of a microcosm of what's happening around the nation. Dylan just tweeted out a picture of the snack area. Still only the hummus.
Just the hummus.
Just the hummus. 4 containers of hummus.
Well, that's going to
sitting
continue until everybody comes back to work in this building.
I mean, seriously.
Because whoever fills that is gone, and they will be for a while, apparently. And so the hummus is all we're going to have for a while.
Yeah.
And it is a microcosm of what goes on at the store, because you go to the vegan area of the store, of the grocery store, and it's fully stocked.
Yeah.
They got all kinds of vegan product. They got all the vegan hot dogs. They have the vegan hamburgers, the vegan this, the vegan that, but no actual food.
I mean, this is where the rubber meets the road. It's like, how desperate are we? We're not hummus desperate. We're not vegan desperate.
Right.
And if you, and I honestly don't know who it is, but if you are listening right now and in charge of the Blaze snack area, you can go ahead and come in. Be sure to put your mask on, right? Put your mask on, come into the building, and just go ahead and retrieve these 4 containers of hummus, because not interested. No one here is interested, so come and get it. You're the one that ordered the hummus.
I mean, who's ordering the hummus? And don't they look at the hummus and see that nobody eats it and think, okay, let's stop with the hummus now? There must be like one person who loves hummus in this studio.
Sometimes I feel like I'm the only person that doesn't like hummus or
no, you're not the only one.
Or what's the guacamole? Anything with avocados? Anything with avocados?
No. There's at least you, me, and Stu who don't like avocados.
Well, that must be tough for Stu.
Yeah.
I mean, how many options do you have as a vegetarian?
I know. 888-900-3393. Ron Paul in the news, because he is calling on President Trump to fire his top coronavirus advisor, Dr. Anthony Fauci. I'm all over that. Do that. The 2-time Republican presidential candidate said on a show Thursday that if Trump doesn't fire Fauci, the people have to fire him instead. He should be fired. But if you don't do it in a literal sense, the people have to fire him. They have to fire him by saying he's a fraud.
I love it.
Paul accused Fauci of wanting total control over the American people. The plan that they have is when things are getting back to normal, people can return to work, and they do things, and they go to the golf course if they get a stamp of approval. Your liberties are there if you get a proper stamp from the government. It's an excuse to have total control over the people. People should ask themselves whether this coronavirus pandemic could be a big hoax, with the actual danger of the disease massively exaggerated by those who seek to profit financially or politically from the ensuing panic. Yeah, I wouldn't call it a hoax, but I would say that we do run the danger of the cure being worse than the disease. And I don't care how stupid some people think that is, because if we go another 18 months like this, like they're proposing, and I just saw it again over the weekend. Yeah, we might have to continue this rolling shutdown for 18 months. A year and a half. Okay, well, you're going to have nothing left. And then you're going to have a future news broadcast. We should future news. Here's the news for this Monday, April 13th, 2025. Today, the government reported its best unemployment number since the coronavirus shutdown for over 18 months. The unemployment rate plummeted from 96.4% all the way down to just 94.7%, its lowest level since the 2020 shutdown. President Dwayne Johnson, or President The Rock, as many in the mainstream media have come to refer to him, touted his All Americans Can Work for the WWE initiative as being at least partially responsible for the uptick in employment. In other promising economic news, the New York Stock Exchange saw its best week in 5 years, adding a full point in frenzied trading, with the Dow Jones Industrial leaping from 5 all the way to 6. While still shy of its 29,000 point high prior to the virus,
just shy.
President Rock called it a hopeful sign. And to top off the orgy of good economic news, the U.S. GDP also saw its best quarter since the shutdown, hitting nearly $250. Almost a full 0.5% jump from the last quarter, but also just slightly off its pre-virus high of $17 trillion. Just slightly. That's a look at future news. News that's in the future.
So is it President Rock or President The Rock?
It should actually be President The Rock.
And that's a WWE initiative?
Yes.
That got us down to 94.7% unemployment?
Yes.
I'm telling you, man, he's going to make a great president. Look at that. 94.7% unemployment.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
And it started this weekend. It's only going to snowball. The blame for Trump. And what did he know and when did he know it and all this stuff.
It's getting ridiculous.
You just keep in the back of your mind that Dr. Fauci, the great savior of the country, said on January 21st, and I quote, "This is not a major threat for the people of the United States. And this is not something that the citizens of the United States right now should be worried about." January 21st. So remember that.
Can you believe that?
21st is Fauci saying, no big deal.
And that was the first day of the United States having a victim of the virus.
Is that the day that
That's the first day that we had the first person who contracted the disease.
Okay.
January 21st.
All right. And so 10 days later, January 31st, the president takes the extraordinary step of shutting down air traffic
between here and China.
Mm-hmm. So just 10 days later, a week and a half from his lead advisor saying, it's no big deal, to then shutting down traffic between the country where this started, which, by the way, did you hear Senator Tom Cotton was on with Glenn Beck on Friday, and he said something I had not heard, that when China shut down traffic from Wuhan, air travel, they just shut it down domestically. They were still letting, they knew what was going on, and they were still letting international flights take part from Wuhan so that they can infect the rest of the planet. Congratulations. Thank you, China. It worked.
Sure did.
But anyhow,
Fauci, and now Fauci is saying, well, yeah, if we would have started this in February, of course we could have saved lives. Okay. When you said it wasn't going to be a problem here in the United States just a few weeks before that. Unbelievable. I mean, it's unbelievable. And the blame Trump thing is nonstop on CNN. They're full speed ahead on he's killing people. He's got blood on his hands. He's responsible for multiple deaths. It's despicable.
And you say one nice thing about Trump and his handling of this. One thing, then the left just jumps all over you. Tracy Morgan is finding that out right now. The comedian Dennis Quaid is finding that out.
Oh,
you say anything about how he's handled this in a good way, the fires of hell coming right for you.
And I mean, Dennis Quaid was really pretty complimentary of him.
And he was trying to not be political when he was doing this.
He's tried
interview, and
he got his head kicked in too.
Mm-hmm.
Got his head kicked in. Beverly Hills has ordered their residents to wear face coverings, even for walks through the neighborhood.
Now wait. Now you'd be good with this, right?
No, if it gets us back to work, that's not getting people back to work.
Very well. Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
The mandate goes even farther than the order by Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti, which requires face masks while inside essential businesses. So that I guess that would include us if we lived in L.A., right? Because we're supposedly an essential business and we'd have to wear masks.
Expendable.
So the city of Beverly Hills issued an order requiring all residents to wear a face covering every time they leave their home, even for a walk through their neighborhood.
Okay. Back off.
Oh, get off me.
Back it off.
Get off. From a Michigander. Governor Whitmer has banned us from growing our own food.
Yeah.
This is effing insane.
Yeah, people up there in Michigan been tweeting out pictures. There's a store.
They cannot grow their own food.
Look at that. Look at that. The seeds just, nope. Can't have these. Nope.
Wow.
You're going to have to starve to death. But wait, I don't have a job. I can't afford food. Can I please grow it? Nope.
That's amazing.
Not the only thing that's considered non-essential. Well, I do not understand the non-essential stuff, the ban on selling those products. I just cannot understand that, especially when businesses are desperate to sell anything these days. Got another situation there where
when the store is open, why don't you just sell what's in it? Yeah. You're already there at the store. Why can't I just buy this too? Attention customers, by the order of the state of Michigan, items in this non-essential area are not available for purchase. Well, why not? I'm already at the stinking store.
Yep.
Why can't I buy it?
And another Michigander tweeted out a picture of a car seat. You can't take care of your baby and strap him in a car seat.
How is that non-essential? That's crazy.
In Michigan.
Unreal.
Because it's non-essential. Or as someone pointed out, abortion clinics still open in the state of Michigan, but once you have the baby, you're not allowed to take care of it.
And at the bottom of this announcement, attention customers, thank you for your understanding. I don't understand. Don't thank me for something I'm not giving you. We apologize for any inconvenience this may have caused. That's just asinine. That is ridiculous.
I mean, that state is...
Oh, that's crazy.
They've lost their minds up there in Michigan with this governor. She's nuts.
But car dealerships are essential, right? And, So she extended shelter-in-place order on Thursday, did Gretchen Whitmer in Michigan, including a loosening of restrictions on car dealerships. Under the revised plan, vehicle sales and leasing are now considered essential services, and work can be conducted remotely or online.
Okay, but can I test drive the car? Is that allowed? Can I, before I sink
That's a good question.
$20,000 or whatever it is
that allowed?
Into a vehicle that I'm going to own for, the next however many years, am I allowed to test drive it? I know I sure as hell am not allowed to drive it from my house to my relative's house. That's against the law now in Michigan. That state. Oof.
Yeah, you can't go to which we did a little social distancing with our own family.
Oh, yeah?
On Easter. Yeah. Just those who were in each of our houses stayed in each of our houses.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So there's no risk of you getting the croup?
Well, no, because he's in my house.
Oh,
so
no.
That's why I got the croup from him already.
Get out.
When he sneezed in my face, that's what I got.
How old is he?
He's 3.
He's old enough to fend for himself.
Absolutely.
Send him out.
The kid. We
get a job.
Should have him checked because he doesn't have a job yet.
Right?
Yeah, 3 years old. Doesn't have a job.
I mean, the life
It's unreal.
experience.
Right?
It's got to count for something.
It's incredible. All right. 888-900-3393. You know that dry dog food has to have a 2 to 3 year shelf life? Dry dog food manufacturers sterilize the food when they make it so that it can last 2 to 3 years. So they essentially kill anything that might be alive in your pet's food. The good stuff. So the side effect is that the probiotics and enzymes and the vitamins, healthy microbacteria, all of those things are just murdered in your dog's food. Dead. Gone. Killed them dead.
Hold on.
As the parent of a newly frisky dog again, I'm really happy we found Rough Greens VitaSmart because first of all, it's not dog food. It's a healthy supplement that you put into your dog's food because it puts back into the dog's food all the live nutrients necessary for really good dog health. And you're going to find that your dog is acting like a puppy again all of a sudden. Give it 2 weeks, and your dog will come back to life. Plus, they absolutely love this stuff. I don't know what's in it. I mean, to a human, it probably doesn't smell appetizing. The dogs absolutely gobble it up or gobble it down, whichever you prefer.
Yeah, either or.
So it doesn't matter what you feed your dog. The most expensive dog food on the market, or you make them something at home, this will make your dog's food better. Take the Rough Greens 14-day Jumpstart Challenge today and see if it works for you as well. Just $14.95, and you'll see the difference in your dog in 14 days or less. If you want to see your dog thrive again, just go to roughgreens.com/blaze. That's RUFF greens.com/blaze. 3393, also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Joe Biden going to be the Democrat nominee. Very excited about that. Because how tough can he be to beat? Seriously, how tough? His next big decision is, of course, choosing the female vice president. He's already committed to choosing a woman because I guess somebody with a hoo-ha is better than somebody who has a man unit. I don't know why. I don't know how that works exactly, but that's what he's decided. And
yeah, he's really pigeonholed himself there.
He really has.
Yeah. And we're supposed to find out, aren't you excited? We're supposed to find out, even though they're still discovering ballots in Wisconsin.
Oh, okay. So we don't know who won yet?
Right. They
doesn't
said,
really matter.
They said we'd find out today who won. I don't know if that still applies since they keep discovering ballots.
Yeah.
Fun how that works.
Kind of weird. I mean, these Democrats they're just so corrupt. But we found this fun announcement from Joe Biden. Now, this is from a few years ago. But I find it interesting. And, you know, this might sway you a little bit when you're considering who you're going to vote for this fall.
I can tell you, and I've known 8 presidents. 3 of them intimately.
Oh, okay. So he's known 8 presidents, and 3 of them he's known intimately.
I mean, I know he's handsy.
I mean, obviously, if you were to guess, which 3 he's been intimate with.
Let's do this.
Okay, obviously Barack.
Oh, obviously, yeah.
Because we know how he feels about Barack Obama.
I mean, you got the first sort of mainstream African-American.
African-American.
Who was articulate and bright. And clean. Nice-looking guy.
Nice-looking guy.
I mean, that's a storybook, man.
That's a storybook,
So he was
man.
obviously into him before he was his VP.
Oh, yeah. Oh, big time.
So Biden's buddies. We got Obama.
So you got Obama.
In his lifetime,
obviously Barack.
He said, what did he say? What did he say? 8 presidents that he's just known?
8 presidents he's known.
3 of them intimately.
3 intimately. So Barack is obviously one.
I'm going.
Then I guess Bill Clinton.
You know
I'd have to say Clinton. He's done everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
Okay, so I think it's obvious. It's Obama
and Clinton,
who he loves. Clinton, who loves everybody.
Right, and then
I've got a theory. Okay, I don't know who you're coming up with here. But think about when Joe Biden was a young man, just getting his political career started, right? That was who was coming up. He was about 74, 75, right?
Jimmy Carter.
Jimmy Carter in 76 was elected head of the Democratic Party.
Right.
Biden was an impressionable young senator from Delaware.
Yes, he was.
I mean, there
in
could
his
have
early
been some
30s
fireworks there.
Early 30s?
Maybe Carter was Biden's mentor.
That's possible.
In numerous ways.
It's possible. So there you go.
So that's what we're doing here.
That would be my guess.
Obama,
Those are the
Clinton,
3 he's been intimate with. Because I had no idea he'd been intimate with any of them, but I guess he has, so by his own admission. 888-900-3393. And at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Spunky Trucker tweets, "Hey, Glenn, we need you to demand Pat wear a face mask during tomorrow's broadcast."
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Jeffy Smell, avocado tastes like compressed wet gas, and guacamole is the devil's vomit.
So wet grass?
Wet grass.
And devil's vomit.
Did I say wet gas?
Yeah.
Wet grass, and guacamole is the devil's vomit.
Wet gas goes by a different name, but okay. Got it.
Tastes like that, too, I'm sure, although I've never eaten one. Sherry tweets, "Whoa, Keith is clean-shaven? What's up with that?"
I don't know that I would call this clean shaven.
No. I wasn't. I looked over there and I thought, no, there's some stubble there.
Yeah.
All right. Finish this up coming up in a few minutes because there's still some interesting things here to get to. Much more to come on the final half hour of Pat Gray Unleashed.
Ooh.
Great to have you with us. Thanks for being here. 888-900-3393 and at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Of course, COVID-19, as usual, the big topic, but also Easter and whether or not Good Friday was actually Good Thursday. David Smith tweets, is there anyone out there legitimately saying, well, sure, you rose from the dead, but you said you'd come back on day 3 and it's only day 2? I don't think so. I don't know anybody like that, but maybe there are some. I'm not sure. All right, 888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter, where ObsVox tweets, I had a gut feeling a few weeks ago that I needed to buy seeds right then. Glad I did. Although they still sell them in Jersey, you never know. From Bovine Scatology, LA requires masks anytime you exit your home. Just went on Amazon. Looked at 3 different masks. If ordered now, I can get them between May and June. Jeez.
Okay.
Wow.
Get on that.
Wow. From David Moore, Fauci on February 29th saying nothing to worry about on the Today Show. Well, he actually, did he say that exactly? Or I know he said, because we were just listening to it.
Yeah. He said, no need to change your lifestyle at this point.
At this point,
February 29th, 2020.
No need to change anything you're doing. Wow.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
The prolific G.D. Chappell tweets, where's the line you blame businesses for obeying these silly laws? You're either open or you're closed because half measures are just bad business. Yep. And from Tim Bowser, the only Who worth listening to is Pinball Wizard. So now my generation won't get fooled.
Okay, we got it.
The only Who. Okay, Pinball Wizard.
There's 2 songs hidden in that tweet.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's all he's trying to say is. I mean, I don't know why are you resting on that?
I'm just trying to figure out what he's saying.
So he's saying Pinball Wizard.
Right. That's the only Who song worth listening to. But my generation and won't get fooled again. What?
Yeah.
So okay, I don't understand. Sorry.
There's just 2 song titles in there. I think is all the joke is.
Okay.
Is make up the tweet there.
All right.
It's a Monday. I mean, I'm with you.
Okay. All right. On a side note, by the way, on the continuing discussion of hydroxychloroquine.
Yeah.
It's taking the COVID-19 and killing him dead. It's killing it dead. Just want you to know that.
It's that time of year again, y'all.
Mm-hmm. The hydroxychloroquine thing is driving me nuts, too, because
what do you mean?
Fauci's not really behind that either. And it's working in many a case. We had the LA doctor last week. We had the guy who called us from, where'd he call us from? He was a doctor, and I think he was in New Jersey. And he said he's been using it on his patients, and you'd be a fool not to.
Yeah, we're getting reports all over the place. And all sorts of firsthand accounts.
The big thing that they're hammering the president for now is he talked about antibiotics over the weekend and how I don't know. Do we have that discussion? I don't know if I sent that in or not.
I don't think so.
I can't remember.
Doesn't sound familiar.
Maybe I didn't. Okay, but he was doing the press conference, I think on Friday or Saturday, and he was talking about how brilliant the disease is in that Trump sort of way. So he's talking about this is a brilliant disease. It's a genius disease. It's really kind of genius, this brilliant disease. And so
wait, this is Fauci talking.
No, this is Trump talking.
Trump talking? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is Trump talking.
And I have heard that it is. I mean, I don't know that it's taken an IQ test at this point, but the way it's able to adapt so quickly is a little terrifying.
Well, it's brilliant. It's a genius disease.
It's a big, beautiful disease.
Okay. And there's just no beautiful door that you can open and get out of it. That's the problem.
See, that would have been convenient.
That would have been.
That would have been helpful.
Yes. So he was talking about how with antibiotics, you can't even do anything. And And I think the antibiotic situation was a separate thought, or at least that's what one of the CNN reporters thought. But everybody else is bashing him for it because, he talked about antibiotics and they don't ever cure just a virus. They're only for bacteria. They don't cure a virus. On and on and on and on. They're beating him with that. Well, then why are they giving hydroxychloroquine and azithromycin together? Or hydroxychloroquine and zinc, but a lot of times they're giving the combination of hydroxychloroquine and zithromycin, which is an antibiotic. It drives me out of my mind. These people are so crazy. And it's because what can develop out of the pneumonia, I think, can be bacterial. There's something else. There's something in combination with the virus that can develop, and the zithromycin is for that aspect. And then the hydroxychloroquine is for the virus. But Trump knows that they're giving zithromycin, which is an antibiotic. And so I don't know if he confused the two or what, but he's just getting hammered for that, and it's driving me out of my mind because it's being used in conjunction with the other treatment. So I just wish the media, I just wish CNN would stop and just stop attacking all the time.
Oh, yeah, they don't want
give it a rest.
The nation to heal.
Right.
They want to score cheap political points by going after the president wherever they get a chance. Where they see an opening, boom, that's where they're going to focus their attention.
Give it a rest for a minute.
I mean, I think this has proven that the only thing, not the top thing, the only thing that animates the mainstream media and the liberal left in this country is destroying this president and his presidency.
That's for sure. I mean,
they have no interest in healing this nation or getting you back to your job or keeping you alive. It's all about dismantling Trump
or doing
opportunity.
Just doing their job. Just do your job and report news.
Report them.
Stop taking sides. 888-900-3393. Let me take 60 seconds. Tell you about ExpressVPN. It's a software that I and thousands of people who listen to this program use every day to protect our data online. In the time since I started using ExpressVPN, hacking methods have grown even more sophisticated. You know, I'm sure a lot of you work from home right now, especially right now, and without your IT department to protect you from online threats. It's all the more important that you take action on your own and secure your devices that you use for work. So nobody can, I hate those websites that say, hey, we care about your privacy. That's why we're going to track your cookies from now on. Is that okay? Can we track your cookies? Because if you don't let us track your cookies, you can't read our content. If you cared about my privacy, you wouldn't be tracking me. Well, they can't track you with ExpressVPN. The best online protection possible. Been talking about this for a while now, and so I'm sure you already understand why encrypting your network data is so important, but maybe some still haven't, and why is that? You might be thinking that security threats don't affect you personally, but not using ExpressVPN is like leaving your front door unlocked every time you go outside. It's like running around licking the poles and what was it? What were they? Oh, the statues in Iran with the coronavirus. It's not smart. So get ExpressVPN. Visit my special link right now, expressvpn.com/unleashed, and get an extra 3 months of ExpressVPN for free. Protect your internet today with the VPN I trust to keep my data safe. That's expressvpn.com/unleashed.
Pat Gray.
888-900-3393. Also at Pat Unleashed on Twitter. Now, we did the NBC Nightline News theme song without the Brokaw, because I couldn't get through the whole thing as Brokaw. The only part that really applies to Tom Brokaw in the news broadcast, when he's trying to say an L.
An L.
An L.
And so people are just wondering, you dare play the NBC Nightly News theme and not give us an impersonation of Tom Brokaw?
Yeah.
And I was sitting over here quietly thinking to myself, okay, COVID-19 doesn't have an L.
No, it doesn't. But there is a part. There is a part of this that you could get. NBC Nightly News. I'm Sean Brokaw. President Dwayne Johnson, or President The Rock, as many in the mainstream media have come to refer to him, touted as all Americans can work for the WWE initiative as being at least partially responsible. At least partially responsible for the uptick. There, you could, maybe do that part.
Wow,
as Brokaw.
That President The Rock really threw Tom.
It did, yeah.
President
The Rock. Good stuff. All right, 888-900-3393. We were talking about Joe Biden a few minutes ago, the guy who's all but wrapped up the nomination. One of his big fans, one of his big supporters, Alyssa Milano, is now talking to us about guns, and I think you're gonna like what she had to say because she's so smart on guns and ammo. Here's Alyssa's thoughts.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
So I'm making this video because I'm seeing reports all over the country of Americans responding to the coronavirus outbreak by buying up guns and ammunition. And I know that we are all scared and stressed out during these really uncertain times, but that is exactly why stockpiling weapons, could have dire consequences.
Could it? Like what?
For our own personal safety and those around us.
What could happen, Alyssa? Please tell me.
The weapons that people are buying today could end up being used
in
households, schools, churches, bars, and on our streets in the future. So we all have to look out for each other. Please share this video to help stop the coronavirus gun surge. We can't lose any more lives to guns during this pandemic.
That's right. Or any time, really. Or after it's over. Right.
Boy, that was well thought out.
That was powerful. Wow.
And what that is, that's a message delivered by a woman who's getting a lot of heat for her double standard on Joe Biden and sexual harassment.
Yeah, because you were supposed to believe women. All women who accused men, you were supposed to believe, a year and a half ago. And now she's for Biden, who's been accused, and now all of a sudden, no, men need to have their due process.
And she's thinking to herself, man, the left really turned on me here. What can I make? What do we all hate on the left? Oh, guns!
Guns.
Let's make a video about guns. Right. A 60-second video about guns and how they're so terrible.
Next, she can do abortion, which would be great, too.
Yeah, by the end of this week. That's what's going to happen.
Yep.
I would like to point out there's stories all over the nation of people who don't normally buy guns are going to try to buy them and are flabbergasted by all the delays. And what do you mean you have to do this background check? And what do you mean there's a waiting period in my state? And what do you mean, why can't I get this gun right now? Hello, that's what you wanted. And or at the very least, you didn't stand up against. So your state or your municipality is now dealing with those consequences. Maybe next time, like that gun owner we played a video of a few weeks ago, maybe next time get involved. Get involved so that you don't have these limitations on your Second Amendment rights. So anyway, they're learning now that there's a crisis and they want a gun. They've got to wait.
Sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well said.
Thank you.
I mean, that really summed it up. Boy, it's been a heavy show today, huh?
It has. That's why I want to lighten it up just a tad here. We got this backyard obstacle course.
Oh, Jeremy Roenick, former NHL star. Yes.
Have some actual sports.
Yeah, Frank Caliendo doing the play-by-play as John Madden and Pat Summerall.
This is fun.
Roenick with the ball spin. And that looked like a shack slam. Sure did. Around the wall. Slap shot. And it's good. Onto the soccer ball. He's juggling it. It kind of looks like Pele there until that handball. Now he's picking up a ball and bat. Holy crap, Pat, he smashed it. And this doesn't look safe at all. He could fall on his face and break his teeth. Wouldn't be the first time. On to cycling. Yeah, let's see how he does here, because this is an important part of the course. It's a make or break kind of, I guess he's done already. Coming up on the field hockey portion. Kind of a Happy Gilmore thing. You ever see that movie, Pat? Can't say that I have. Well, it's an Adam Sandler movie, and he's doing a sit-up. It's an Adam Sandler movie about him doing a sit-up? No, Pat, no. The movie's about a hockey player who plays golf, but Roenick was doing a sit-up. Oh, I got it now. To the squat machine. We used to call those butt blasters. He's in the home stretch. He's making his way to the table. What is that, a muffin? It looks like he's got some Doritos and Ruffles. You know what he should do, Pat? No idea, John. He should combine them and make some Muffdorfles.
Oh, Muffdorfles. Oh, I want some Muffdorfles.
All right. 888-900-3393.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Also, there was a cup stacking situation that went apparently awry.
I mean, dude gets this pyramid set up. He has one cup left, and then disaster strikes. Look at this. Look at it.
Oh. Wow.
No! That's me, by the way. That's a video of me during quarantine. Look at this, man. I mean, he's right there. He's done. Game over.
Did he do that on purpose?
I
though?
don't think he did
That's
that on
the
purpose.
Question.
No.
Because it's pretty cool that crashes down like that. That's kind of fun.
I think he was injured.
That was
he fell on his back. I mean, there's nothing down there but floor. He's up there high on top of that ladder.
That was some serious stackage right there. Do we know how many cups he had?
7,832,112.
So we do. We know exactly the amount.
113 if you add that last one that really didn't count.
Okay.
I'm not giving him that one.
No, I don't think you should.
Yeah, that
I
was
don't
rough.
think you should.
That's what would happen to me. I would get this huge
and you're laying the
pyramid.
last one at the very top, at the very tippy top, and down it all goes.
And if you if he had kept the camera rolling, you would have seen the EMS show up and haul him off to the hospital, because that was not a soft landing straight on his back there.
All right.
Nothing to catch his fall but solo cups.
Well, they did, though. They broke his fall.
So, happy ending?
Yeah.
So this is kind of like a Russian dashboard camera?
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, he's good. He's
Everybody,
totally fine.
no
right?
one was harmed in the making of that cup stacking video.
He got up, walked over to the camera, and immediately uploaded it to the internet for our viewing pleasure.
Exactly right. 888-900-3393. What's this video about the guy announcing that you have to wear a mask? Is this? Oh, this is the bus.
Yeah, we haven't done the bus thing. Philadelphia bus out of control with the civil rights
Philly
violations up there.
Bus situation. This is not a fun video.
Nope.
This is more oppression. This is unbelievable.
So keep in mind, we'll play the announcement on the bus. Keep in mind that through these videos that you've seen, the electronic displays on the buses apparently are saying you don't have to wear a mask.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. So anyhow, this guy gets up, makes an announcement, and here's what's going on in Philadelphia buses.
Transportation. If you do not have a mask, you cannot ride public transportation, sir. Sir.
What?
You have to get off the bus. You have to get off the bus. Sir.
And so this guy is covering his face just with, I don't want to say not turtleneck, but like with his collar. He's totally covering his face. I don't understand what the difference is. I mean,
You gotta get off the bus, man.
Oh boy.
Get off the bus.
So he comes clear back.
Yeah.
You have to get off. You have to get off. You have to get off. Let's go.
See, like even the guy who's got his face covered with a coat.
Oh yeah.
Get off. Leave. So I don't know if it's the same bus or a different bus, but then the video that's making the rounds all weekend long, and I'm sure you've seen it if you spent more than 5 seconds on social media, is the guy
on the bus
early in the video about how you're gonna feel pain. Hey, excuse me? What? Is the idea to subdue me or to injure me? So anyhow, that's happening. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA. Don't wear a mask, you will be dragged
right off the bus.
Right off the bus. That works perfectly, by the way.
And, eventually somebody's going to be beaten to a pulp for not wearing a mask.
Yeah, that works perfectly, what you have in your hand there.
Yeah.
How we're going to celebrate, our July 4th Independence Day.
Pat had Wesley D sent this to us. Little Jim Carrey.
A little Dumb and Dumber
meme.
action here.
Hope they allow us off lockdown by July 4th so we can celebrate our freedom.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think the choice of Dumb and Dumber is too perfect there.
Yep.
But yeah.
Hope they allow us off lockdown by the 4th of July so we can celebrate our freedom.
That sums up everything right now.
It is 2020 to a T. Man. Also, we've got video of a beachgoer in Italy.
Oh, okay.
I guess I mean, this looks like social distancing to me.
Yeah. What is it with cracking down on people alone
on the beach?
In a
You know how big the stinking ocean is? It's really big.
This guy's going for a run by himself.
And they're coming after him. Cops are coming after him.
I'd like to say,
gotta be kidding me.
It'd be nice to be able to say, well, that's Italy. That would never happen here. We just had last week the guy on a paddleboard.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In San Diego.
L.A. or something, yeah. And had the people surrender. They arrested him.
Guy's a better runner, though, than the cop.
See ya.
And he outran him.
Yeah. Chubbs didn't catch him.
Good for him. That's great. He just turned on the jets and left him in the dust.
Yeah. Cop gave up. Cop's back there just talking on his walkie at this
just
point.
Just a tad winded.
Like, hey, can you guys go and get this guy? Because I'm
going to cut
totally
back on the Twinkies.
Out of shape.
I don't know. It's just, it's so disheartening and chilling to see all of these instances. People being dragged off buses, people being arrested for paddleboarding by themselves out in the middle of nowhere, clear out in the ocean, and it's just not America. It would be nice to return to America. Let's do that really soon, could we?
Yeah, way back in those olden times.
Man,
February.
Oh gosh,
remember
but
those
how
days?
old were you back in February?
I mean, I remember.
I don't even know.
And I know kids.
Was I born?
Again, tough to believe this, but there was a time in America where you could ride a bus without a mask and go to the beach without a permission slip.
Right. You could walk into a restaurant, sit down, and eat there.
Hold on, time out. Time out. Hold on there, Grandpa. What's a restaurant?
Yeah, they used to have them, I guess, back in the old days, like in February. But they're gone now.
And I hope they're coming back.
As Italy is struggling to pull its economy through the virus, this is kind of fun because the mafia is gaining local support.
Yeah, this is, quote, kind of fun, end quote.
The mafia is distributing free food to poor families. This is what they do to, ingratiate themselves to people.
I tell you.
They used to do this back in the 20s and 30s, and that's how they got so powerful. They were good to the poor people who lived around them.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're giving free food to poor families in quarantine who have run out of cash.
Wow.
In recent weeks, videos have surfaced of known mafia gangs delivering essential food to Italians hit hard by the coronavirus emergency across the poorest southern regions as tensions rise across the country.
I mean, the consequences of what we're going through now are going to be felt long down the road.
Big time.
Obviously with the re-rise of the mafia, and we're letting prisoners out here in America. It's good stuff. Yeah, it's going to linger for quite a while.
Afraid it is. But hopefully we're on the downside now. Yesterday was supposed to be the peak.
Yes.
In the United States. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. Anyway, stay healthy. See you back here tomorrow morning. Pat Gray Unleashed.
Pat Gray, only on the Blaze Radio Network.